Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I do not care where knowledge comes from. If a piece of advice that is helpful comes from my enemy, I take it. If it comes from a person that I don't give too much credit for his or her intelligence, I don't care. What I'm saying is you can learn from everybody and from everything. You have to have the certain kind of wavelength to be able to understand that or to look into it, or maybe you have to have the right timing to figure it out and to expose yourself to that truth. In this case, I will use Vladimir Putin's statements regarding the US hegemony, global hegemony, and the bipolar or the end of the unipolar world, and see what he says about it, what his opinion or his assessment of it, and go from there, analyze it, and see if we can make sense of it, or we can just discard it as being a tyrannical bad dude talking smack. Okay, let's see. All right, so this article comes from Associated Press from August 16, 2022. Putin blasts US hegemony, predicts end to unipolar world. So Russian President Vladimir Putin accuses the US of trying to encourage extensive hostilities in Ukraine as part of what he described Tuesday as Washington's alleged efforts to maintain its global hegemony. The fact that I think that the Ukraine conflict was instigated and was channeled, directed towards where it's right now with the help of outside forces outside of Ukraine and Russia. And that is with the push for NATO expansion at the expense of the security of other countries, in this case Russia, and with, how should I put it, no pressure put on Ukraine to implement the Minsk agreements that they signed, which is an official document. It's a United Nations, how they like it to say, international law. It turned into that. So partly it's right what's going on here. Now, in the past 30 years, from 1991, since the fall of the Soviet Union until now, or at least 5 years ago or so, the United States did whatever it wanted here. It didn't care if you vote with it or you vote against it. They did whatever they wanted with the wars, with interventions, with sanctions, with everything they wanted. Nobody opposed. Whoever opposed got deposed. Let's put it this way. So, addressing the security conference attended by military officials from Africa, Asia, and Latin America, Putin reaffirmed his long-held claim that he sent troops into Ukraine in response to Washington turning the country into an anti-Russia bulwark. They need, and I'm quoting, quoting him, they need conflicts to retain their hegemony, Putin charged. That's why they have turned the Ukrainian people into cannon fodder. The situation in Ukraine shows that the United States is trying to drag the conflict out, and it acts in exactly the same way, trying to fuel conflicts in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. In Asia, we have Taiwan, which is, and Latin America, we also have problems over there with different elections and different people who it seems like they won, but they shouldn't have won the elections. The speech represented the latest attempt by a Russian leader to rally support. I don't think he needs any rally. I think he's got the support. But Putin also drew parallels between the U.S. backing Ukraine and the recent visit to Taiwan by U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, charging that both were part of an alleged American attempt to foment global instability. Well, if that's not true, then the other claim is true, that they didn't. So let's see. Did they foment that? Did they create tensions or no? Yes, we have Ukraine and we have Taiwan. Both were tensions created. So now it's not only one player here. It's not only United States who's, oh my God, the evil empire here or something. No. But the United States tries to extract itself from having anything to do with anything. That's the thing. The American adventure in Taiwan wasn't just a trip by an irresponsible politician. It was part of a deliberate and conscious U.S. strategy intended to destabilize the situation and create chaos in the region and the entire world. A blatant demonstration of disrespect for another country's sovereignty and its own international obligations. I don't know about sovereignty, but that's debatable here, I guess, because people say no, Taiwan is not, yes, Taiwan it is. Well, whatever it is over there, I don't know, and I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care if Taiwan becomes part of China or becomes part of Japan. That's their problem. I don't know. I do not know. Oh yeah, it's part of it, but then those guys fled communist China and they retreated on Taiwan. I know the history, but I don't know how to take it. I mean, it's the same people, different leadership, different government, different political system. And I don't like the outsiders who play on that. I don't like that. A lot of things could have been solved without these guys who create problems. I agree with that, at least. He said that Western globalist elites were trying to shift the blame for their own failures to Russia and China, adding that no matter how hard the beneficiaries of the current globalist model try to cling to it, it's doomed. Well, when it talks about globalism or against globalism, I tend to agree with whomever, because globalism is not something that we would like to have. The era of the unipolar world order is nearing its end. If you create that second club, yeah, it becomes 2 or at least 3. Western intelligence agencies not only have provided target coordinates for launching strikes, but Western specialists also have overseen the input of those data into weapon systems, Shoigu said. So Western intelligence agencies not only have provided target coordinates for launching strikes, but Western specialists also have overseen the input of those data into weapon systems. This is what Shoigu said. From the military viewpoint, there is no need for using nuclear weapons in Ukraine to achieve the stated goals, Shoigu said. And said the main mission of the Russian nuclear forces is providing a deterrent against a nuclear attack. They talk about that. So he says, Shoigu added that the claims of a possible chemical attack by Russia were equally absurd, saying that Moscow fully liquidated its chemical weapons stockpiles in compliance with an international treaty banning chemical weapons. Well, I don't believe anybody did that ever, but they can say it. Nobody, I think, but let's put it differently. Should Russia need chemical weapons if you have nuclear weapons? Psst, why? It's done. You don't need chemical weapons. You send the other ones and that's it. You take care of stuff if you really want to be like that. So why do you need that? I mean, you need a 45 or you need a 357. Both will do the job just fine. So I got rid of the 45 caliber, but I got the 357 Magnum. Okay, great. So yeah, that's the way it is. So yeah, I'm for polarity. I'm not for unipolarity, as I don't like to go to store and have only one brand of shoes over there. I don't like to have only one brand or kind and color of shirts or one kind of watches. I lived under that system in Romania, and I don't want to leave that again. I want to be able to pick and choose. And unfortunately, when it's about the most important thing, which is who leads you, you have only 2 parties, which are actually one. You like that? One. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think it's good to have competition, don't you think? Market economy, you know, Diversity, we like that, right? Diversity, right? We like diversity. All right, stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.